everybody, it's Cooper here, and welcome to a pickup video. Now, I know that my hair is a little messed up, it's the middle of the night, and I just didn't care to take a shower for the video. So, with that said, let's just jump into it. First up, this is actually a pickup from a Goodwill, and it's not really game related, but it is very cool and I wanted to show it. And it is a Mickey Mouse statue. And it's about a foot tall, maybe a little taller. It's like really heavy, really solid, and it was from Disney Direct, which is in Overland Park, Kansas, I guess. But it's like the old style Mickey with the fully black eyes and the brown instead of the black skin, and it's very cool. And it says Mickey down here, and this was only $9.99, so really cannot complain. Very awesome. And you know, I'm not like a Disney collector or anything like that, but I thought it was really cool, and this will be on display in the game room. Next up, I got some more memory cards, which I always like to show at the beginning of the videos. I picked up a 1019 block GameCube memory card, and then I got 3 PS2 memory cards, 2 black ones here, and then a factory sealed black one, which came from a Craigslist deal. So it's cool that I've been picking up some sealed ones from Craigslist deals, and now I've got 3 of these ones as well. So very cool. Next up, from Target, I mentioned this before when I picked up the Campbell's soup that have the Mario covers from a local grocery store, and they didn't have this there, and I checked at Target and it wasn't there. But I just happened to look again, you know, this is probably 3 weeks later, and they had it, and I just took it out of the thing and asked if I could have it, and they gave it to me. So that is the little promotional card or display for the Mario Campbell's soup. And this would go right in the little plastic dispenser where the soup, you know, is on the shelves, and this is just to tell you what flavor it is, basically. And yeah, so I got that. Very cool. And I think what's cool about getting stuff like this is that no one else is going to have this. I mean, especially in 5 or 10 years, but even now, you know, who else has this? It's such a weird and obscure item, and just a cool thing to get. Next up, from McDonald's, actually, they have the Mario Kart 8 toys right now, and I picked up one of each, basically, and I think there's 8 different ones here. The last one, I think, is the Mario Kart hat or visor. And then there's Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Luigi, Bowser, Peach, and Mario. And then I actually got one of the Happy Meal boxes here, which has the Mario Kart advertisements on the side here. And it's got a little shell and a banana that you can punch out and, you know, play with or whatever. But I thought that was pretty cool to get, you know, a full set of them, but also have the original, you know, Happy Meal box with the advertisement. And I'm not going to open these or anything. I just thought it was kind of cool, and I can keep them all in there, all sealed up in their little packaging. I thought that was pretty cool. And if you guys are interested in those, I don't know when this video will be up. I don't know if the promotion for those is over, but you don't have to purchase a Happy Meal to get them. You can just buy the toys, and it's like $1.99, I think, but not bad. Next up is an eBay purchase, and this is a Army Men Sarge's Heroes keychain, and it's still sealed in the little original packaging here. And this is, from what I understand, a pre-order bonus for the game that you would get either with the N64 game or the PS1 game. So it's not Nintendo exclusive, but still very cool. When I bought it, it came with a box as well, which unfortunately wasn't a condition upgrade or anything. So I just put the box back on eBay, and hopefully I'll be able to get this in the end for like $5, which is pretty cool. Next up is another eBay purchase, and I don't really make a lot of eBay purchases anymore, just because I'm trying to budget my money better and spend less on like collecting. But this was really cheap. Same with this. I think this thing was like 13 bucks after shipping, and that came with the box, and I put the box back up for like $7 or $8, so that'll end up being pretty cheap. And then this thing here was only 10 bucks with free shipping, so I can't really complain about that. But if you guys have been to GameStop in the past month or two, and they have a Wii U kiosk, they have some display stuff for Mario Kart 8. And I've seen these at a bunch of GameStops and have just not been able to get one. And when I saw it for 10 bucks with free shipping, I couldn't pass it up. And that is a Mario Kart 8 flag. It's got a big plastic pole here, and then it's double-sided. And it's made of like a nice material. It's not paper or anything. So, very cool. And 10 bucks with free shipping, I definitely did not want to pass that up. And the other ones that I've seen posted have not been much more than that, so if you are interested in getting one of these, definitely check it out on eBay. And you know, by the time this video gets up, I don't know what they're going for, but like I said, they're like 10 or 15 bucks, so not bad. Next up, this stuff comes from a Craigslist deal, and usually when I get stuff from Craigslist deals, it's usually just a memory card here or a filler title here or there. You know, it's never anything that cool, but this stuff is pretty cool. And I was able to buy a couple systems with some games from a lady who, her mom was like a big Zelda fan, and her mom was like, you know, 70 or 80, and all she played was Zelda, but they were getting rid of all their stuff, and there was a couple things in there that I didn't have for myself yet. So first up is a strategy guide, and if you guys aren't familiar with like my policy on collecting strategy guides for myself, I had a bunch, but I got rid of any of them that weren't Nintendo Power, so I'm only keeping the Nintendo Power guides. And luckily this one is a Nintendo Power guide, and that is for The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition for the GameCube. So, very cool. It's very shiny on the front here, but like I said, I didn't have this one, so it's cool to add that to the collection. And then also included, and this is not, it's not like official or anything, but I think it's pretty cool, and I'm just going to keep it anyway because it really has no value, so there's no point in trying to sell it, but it is kind of a cool item, and that is a pre-played system box for a GameCube. And it doesn't have any game store branding on it, so I'm not positive where it's from, but I'm pretty sure these are GameStop stickers. So I think this is from GameStop, but it's basically just a pre-owned GameCube box. You know, nothing too special, but it's kind of a cool thing that not many people have. Not that it's worth anything, I just think it's kind of a cool piece to have, and I don't know if I'm going to actually display this or just like put it away somewhere, but I will be keeping that. Next up is a Super Mario Bros. DVD, and just like the ones I showed in the past few videos, it's just another one of these cartoon ones from Goodwill. And this one I already took the price tag off, so I'm not sure how much it was, but it couldn't have been more than like, you know, $2 or $3. So got another one of those, and it's not a double, so that was pretty cool. Next up is another eBay purchase, and I know that I just said I don't do a lot of eBay purchases, and I really don't, but this one, again, was very cheap. I think this was like, after shipping was like $5 or $6, so I really could not pass that. And these are boxes and cardboard inserts only, so there's no games and no accessories here, just the boxes and the inserts for Pokemon Soul Silver and Heart Gold. And the boxes are in, you know, near mint condition, very awesome. And like I said, they have little cardboard inserts, just no Pokewalker and no game. I don't have copies of either of these games yet, but, you know, I come across them every now and then, so it'll be cool when I get those again, and hopefully they have the cases and manuals, and then I can put those in here, and then I'll get Pokewalkers at some point. But I thought that was pretty cool, and for basically like $3 each, that was an excellent deal. So, getting to the actual games now. Unfortunately, I only have two kind of retro games to show you guys, but there is a lot of cool stuff here, so I'm going to start off with the Wii games, and there's two of them here. The first one comes from Toys R Us, and I don't know if this was just my Toys R Us or every Toys R Us. I don't know if it's still going on or if it's ended, but they're doing a crazy sale on a lot of stuff in the store, and they had like 4 different colors for clearance tags, and I believe green was 75% off, and most of the video games that I saw in the clearance bin had green tags on them. So, you know, I got a bunch of DS games and then this one Wii game, and so it's X-Men Destiny. They're all sealed, and this one was $19.98, but it was 75% off, so this was like $5. and this was really the only Wii title that was worth picking up. All the others were like, you know, Zuzu Pets or, you know, Naked Brother Band or whatever, just stuff like that. So I got that one, and then I'll show you the DS games after I get through these ones. And the only other Wii game that I got here comes from GameStop, and this is actually the last one that I needed to complete the series. There's 4 games in the set on the Wii, and this one was only $8.99, which is about half of what it goes for on eBay, and that is Reader Rabbit First Grade. And that was complete. And now I have preschool, kindergarten, first grade, and second grade all complete. And these games are pretty uncommon. I wouldn't really call them rare because I have found them at multiple GameStops, but it's really not that often. And one of them I had to buy off eBay. But still very cool. Glad to finally get the 4th one out of the way. I have one GameCube game to show you guys, and it's nothing too special, but it's Rayman Arena. And I got this in a Craigslist deal and just realized I didn't have it complete as well. I have Rayman 3, but I didn't have Rayman Arena, so that one's cool. And I have one PS2 game as well, and that's Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Once again, I just got this in a Craigslist deal and didn't have it, so that's another one to keep. Now moving on to the original DS games. Now this first stack here are all factory sealed, and these are all from Toys R Us. Now, some of these are not great games, but being 75% off and already being cheap to begin with made them very good deals. So the first is Generator Rex Agent of Providence, and that was originally $10, and 75% off made this about $2.50. Next up is Disney's Jonas. Originally $5, and 75% off makes that whatever, very cheap. Next up is Green Lantern Rise of the Manhunters, $10, marked down to about $2.50 after the discount. And then Zuzu Puppies, Which Zoo Are You? Comes in a big box here with a little toy. $15, but 75% off once again, so you know, whatever that comes to. And then these last two are actually pretty cool. The first one here is kind of a Toys R Us exclusive, and the game is not exclusive, but there's like a Best Buy version, there's a Toys R Us version, so there's different versions of it. So this originally was $35, but with the 75% off, it was about 8 something. So not a bad price, and that is Beyblade Metal Masters. And it comes with in a big box here with a Beyblade in there, and up here it says, yeah, Toys R Us only. So pretty cool. And I picked up a couple of these. They probably had like 50 of them, so I picked up a couple and got one to keep for myself. Then the last game that I got from Toys R Us is another DS game, and this one actually wasn't 75% off. It was just like a regular clearance game, but that is Harvest Moon DS Island of Happiness, and this was marked down to $9.99. So it wasn't like 75% off. It wasn't like any percent off. It was just marked down normally. But you know, $10, couldn't pass up on a sealed copy of a Harvest Moon game. And the light's kind of flickering. If it goes out, you know, I'll cut the video and come back, but the light is kind of burning out. Next up are more DS games. These ones are open, but these ones are quality titles here. The first two come from Goodwill. I've never heard of this one, but it is Dungeon Explorer Warriors of Ancient Arts. And it's complete, and it was $3.99. I don't know if that'll show up, but a Hudson game, complete. Looks like an RPG. Pretty cool. Next one is also from Goodwill, and that is Harvest Moon DS, which was also $4 and also complete. And then these three here, I already had the cases in the manuals form, and I just needed the cartridges, so I got them all through Craigslist deals. So it ended up being you know, very cheap to get these complete, so I'm happy to get them. The first one is Pokemon Pearl, and also Pokemon Platinum. And then the coolest one in my opinion is Chrono Trigger. Very glad to get that one complete. They're all complete. So moving on to the 3DS games. and there's some pretty cool ones in here. All extremely good quality titles. So the first one here, I have a copy of it already, but it's the collector's edition and it's factory sealed. This one is the normal edition and it's open, so I'm going to be keeping that, and that is Shin Megami Tensei 4. And there's no manual. Turn the Club Nintendo points around. There's no manual, but I'm not sure if this comes with a manual anyway. I'll have to do some research on that because I don't want to, you know, I'll have to get a manual. But I got this in a Craigslist deal, and I paid like $10 for it, so pretty good. And in the same Craigslist deal, I picked up a copy of Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers, and the copy that I have comes in the box like this. It's like the collector's edition or whatever, but it's factory sealed. Now this one is opened, the box is opened, but the game inside is still sealed. So my plan is to keep this, keep it sealed, so that I technically have like a sealed copy of the normal version and a sealed copy of the collector's edition. And I'm going to keep this extra box and wait until I find a copy of this opened to put in here. So, you know, might sound a little confusing, but eventually I will have a sealed and an opened copy of every form, if that makes sense. So there's 5 more games here, and these are all factory sealed. And Best Buy, I don't know if they're still doing it, but Best Buy was doing a buy one get one free on certain 3DS games, and they were all like first-party Nintendo titles. So I picked up, I paid for 2 and got 2 free, and I ordered them online, and anything that was 35 or over was free shipping as well. So these were all shipped to my house for free, didn't have to drive to pick them up or anything. So first, I paid for a sealed copy of Pokemon X, and I got for free a sealed copy of Pokemon Y. Now I have both of these games open, but I didn't have sealed copies, and I can't really pass them up for $20 each. That was a great deal. The second deal, I paid for a sealed copy of Link Between Worlds, which I didn't have anyway, and I got a free sealed copy of Mario Party Island Tour, which I also don't have. So if I ever find these opened, I'll be keeping them, but you know, sealed copies here for $20 each, great deal. Couldn't pass those up. And the last 3DS game that I have to show you guys comes from GameStop, and I pre-ordered this a while ago, and I actually just went into GameStop just randomly to look and didn't know that this had come out on that particular day that I went in. So I was able to pick it up, and I already had the pre-order paid off, which was cool. And that is One Piece Unlimited World R. And the light just cut out, so I'll be right back. Well, that light is officially burned out, so I had to get some other lights, and hopefully it looks decent. But like I said, it's One Piece Unlimited World R, I believe. Unlimited World Red. And this is the Day 1 edition. So it says Day 1 edition at the top there, and of course it's still sealed. If you guys know me, I'm not really into handheld gaming that much, more into just the collecting of it. So I don't have a problem keeping these games sealed, because I'd much rather play console games. But I think that was very cool. Oh, the light just came back on randomly, so yeah, so that's it for the 3DS games, and I have 2 more games to show you guys here, which are both retro, which is very cool. Love getting retro stuff, and it doesn't seem to happen that much anymore. But the first one here, in the last pickup video, I showed you guys that I picked up the box and also the manual for this game, and that is The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. Now, I got a cartridge for it here. There's a little sticker residue, but I got a cartridge, and I actually got this in the same bundle where I got the GameCube box and the strategy guide. Like I said, the lady was like a big Zelda fan, and all she had were Zelda games, and this was included, but I didn't know that it was included until I bought it. When I was texting, she told me that she had, you know, she had a GameCube, she had an FC Twin, and she had a Game Boy Color, and she mentioned the GameCube games and the NES games, but she never mentioned any Game Boy games. So when I went to pick up the bundle, and I had already agreed to a price, when I got there, she had a copy of Tetris, and then she had both Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. So those were essentially thrown in for free. So getting this game for free, you know, puts this complete copy at about $23, which is a great deal. They normally go for like 40 to 50 depending on condition, and this one's in pretty good shape. It's a little pushed in on the front, but it's not like crushed or anything, so very cool, and I'm very glad to get that one complete. Now on to the last game, and this one is a condition upgrade. This isn't really like a new pickup, but it is from the same bundle, actually, from the same Zelda bundle. And when she told me the NES games she had, she said she had Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, but she never mentioned that they were both in the original boxes, so that was another surprise. When I went to pick up the bundle, you know, it made it just that much better. But her box for The Adventure of Link was actually in much better condition than mine. Mine was like the Player's Choice version, and it was crushed on the sides, and this one is in much better condition. As you guys can see, you know, it's not crushed or anything, which is very awesome. The top flap is a little worn, but other than that, it's in great condition. And to upgrade from a beat-up Player's Choice version to a very good condition original release box is very cool. And you guys can probably see the cartridges in there. I store all my cartridges separately, and I don't think I have a manual for this game either, which is kind of weird because I know I've had manuals for it before. But yeah, so that's it for this video. And I mean, as you guys can kind of maybe tell, I've been cutting back a little bit on spending money on my own collection. A lot of the stuff that you guys see me pick up is stuff that I happen to get in Craigslist deals and stuff like that. You know, my friend Kevin, you guys might know him as Non-Tupers here on YouTube. He is actually coming to visit on August 20th or August 21st, and he's staying for 2 weekends, and we're going to be doing a lot of game hunting and hanging out. We're going to, you know, hopefully go to Disney World, and we're planning on making some videos while he's here. So that's kind of why I haven't been spending that much, and I've been trying to do more buying and selling to save up money for when he comes, so that we can go game hunting a lot, go garage sailing, and also, you know, hang out and do other stuff too. So I'm trying to save up money for that. But once he leaves, and while he's here, hopefully I should be picking up some pretty cool stuff, and, you know, doing a lot of filming and making some more videos and stuff. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and the next video that goes up after this one might be either a storytime video or a video with Kevin. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and make sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.